The industry is not about just the toy itself. It's about bringing persons together. I've had persons who are in wheelchair. I've had persons who are on medication and they can't use it. So we are helping persons in their marriage, their relationship, to bring sexy back or bring the life back. We are the ones right now. We're gonna probably bring some of the vibrators so you can get one in the gas station, you can get one in the supermarket. So that's where we're gonna take it. Our all-time favorite #1 toy is the rabbit. That there's no other toy that can top that. Women who have hysteria, it's a good thing to use the vibrator. It's like a little jump start.
So how did the forbidden concept come about?
Okay, I was watching this movie one time and it was talking about hysteria with females and how to make marriage work and all that, and it just popped into my head. If persons are happy together, then they will stay together. And I was even looking into myself and thinking, what are some things that could make our relationship work? And the same movie was talking about couples were having fun together and playing together, and it popped into my head, same like how a child would play with toys, and adults need to play with toys. So I got interested and started to do a lot of research about it to make sure, it's good, it's legal and all of that. So that popped into our head.
Yeah.
And then, to be honest with you, there was the whole thing with 50 Shades of Grey. So I started to do a little bit more research on it, on the movie, on the book. I read it and everything, and it got me excited. And I said, you know what? This is a niche market, and probably this is what we need to venture into.
In Jamaica here, people don't shy away from, buying, purchasing toys.
Yes, they do, but it's amazing because we went into it with this fear that persons were, for the most part, would be turning it down. And if we contact 10 persons one time, perhaps 8, 9 of them will be calling us back to inquire of the products and so forth.
What's the most amazing response you have gotten thus far from persons who would have been completely averse to purchasing?
Do you know what? I have been so totally startled by the reception that we have been getting, because persons who we were thinking would shy away from it, those are the persons very interested. Because we were thinking, all right, then, there's certain type of people who will stigmatize the industry and even us saying, those persons are that type of person. But we realize that we are initiating to like older persons, married people, and they are like, we are shocked because yes, tell me about it. At the corner of the eye, they're nervous and all that. When we go to younger persons, they already know about it. So most of our customers are like persons in their relationship. We realize that the industry is not about just the toy itself. It's about bringing persons together. I've had somebody email me and tell me that I have bring their marriage back. I've had persons who are in wheelchair. I've had persons who are on medication and they can't use it. So we are helping persons in their marriage, their relationship, to bring sexy back or bring the life back into it, which, has caused us to venture into it even more, because we're not only into the toy section of it, we're into how it revives the relationship, the health benefits and all of that.
So there's a lot of education that is missing or persons are not aware of as it relates to this industry.
Definitely.
Because this industry, it's actually old. It's from medieval times, from 30 years ago. Persons have been using toys, but it's kind of in our culture, especially in the Caribbean or even in Jamaica, persons tend to shy away. We're now globalized, and we are becoming Americanized or Europeanized. So we tend to accept all of this. But if we look on the health perspective or on a relationship perspective, we realize this is actually something really, really good. Because if you use like lingerie, chocolate syrup and all that, why
those
not
are
put
a little bit more mild.
Right. So, it's just basically the same thing.
Yeah.
And if persons are going to use pills, why not try a toy instead? Be surprised.
Yeah, they're not kids. Kids
more
play
natural.
with toy.
It's more
natural
than the pills.
But I have seen a lot of stores that would have been closed. A lot of adult stores that would have come on the market and they don't do well.
Another thing that we found out that we are doing different as opposed to the other business, we don't have a location. So because we had one before and persons would come in and tend to be very reserved and they don't want nobody to see them buying this and all that. So we're very personal with how we deal with our clients.
You're online.
We're online. We're strictly online. We have a WhatsApp contact number. You can WhatsApp us, ask us any questions, and what we'll do, we'll explain to you how to use it. We tell you about the health benefits, how to clean it. Everything we'll do over WhatsApp. I don't need to know you. You don't need to know me. And then we can deliver via any one of the courier services as well. We can also deliver it personally. Our products are under warranty, so if they don't work, we replace them. So we have a very intimate relationship with our customers. Our business is strictly professional. We are even backed by doctors, you know, that because we go to them, we do our research to make sure our products are hypoallergenic, you know, safe to use and all of that. So we have to take our time. We're in the milk stage right now. Maybe we are the ones who are gonna, you know, make it open.
Be that catalyst in the industry.
Exactly, because condoms were not something that persons would buy readily.
And persons are still afraid to buy condoms.
It's gonna take time, you know. No one maybe we are the ones right now. We're gonna probably bring some of the vibrators to be so you can get one in the gas station, you can get one in the supermarket. So that's where we're gonna take it.
That's real far. Talk to me about the health benefits now. You mentioned persons in wheelchair,
right?
Persons with diabetes not able to take their medication. Explain some more about that.
Right. Well, we have customers that are unable to take these internal medication. And because our products are external, they have no side effects, you know, it's easy to use, no side effects whatsoever. So they can actually use our products without any risk of any heart problem or any flare-up or any side effects or anything like that.
So older persons are
So older persons can use it. We had the experience of selling something, well, the person actually enlightened that they were going to use one of the external toy. Most of the times, it is sold to a particular type of person, but this gentleman bought it because he wanted to use it with his wife. We don't ask questions, but he, you know, gave us information. He was telling us that the reason why he wanted it was because, you know, he couldn't
have an erection.
Right, because he was on medication. He was diabetic and he was on medication, so it would be an indication to the medication. And I was like, oh, this is another selling point for us.
That you guys had no idea.
We had no idea, you know, because only a particular type of person would buy the strap-ons. And now we can market these products. This is an alternative to those medication that, you know, would cause you to get an erection. So that persons with hysteria as well, like women who have hysteria, you know, it's a good thing to use the vibrators. It's a very startup. It's like a little jumpstart. The 50 Shades kit, we do have a kit we call the 50 Shades kit that have a couple of pieces into it. Those are very, very popular for us back at that time. Also, persons who are new to the industry at that time, you know, they were interested and they wanted to try it out, but they didn't want to go in it because, you know, they were nervous. So we started to sell a lot of the mini vibrators. So those were our #1 sellers. And then our all-time favorite #1 toy is the rabbit. That there's no other toy that can top that.
Do you find that the 50 Shades of Grey lifestyle is popular here? The bondage and the submissive thing happening?
Well, to be honest with you, we are not yet there into the bondage, but persons are interested. They're nervous, but they are
nervous, but yet they want to partake.
Furthermore, they want to know what it is. So we find out that persons, they will ask us about it, and they will go and research about it, and they will ask us for particular pieces. Like they will start off with cuffs.
Well, we have the 50 Shades of Grey kit here. So they'll ask for cuff.
Right. So they'll ask for cuff first. Then they'll ask for a paddle. And you know, the whip is normally the last thing because, you know, our culture, we don't like to be beaten.
So this is what? This is the whip.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, nobody not hitting me with this. Absolutely no one is hitting me. Okay.
Nothing that you imagine.
And this is what?
That's a gag ball.
So that piece, you put it inside the mouth.
Right.
You make a knot at the back.
This can be
This is
so
a leash.
a leash.
Yeah, it's attached to the collar.
Oh, so you attach.
It's all about a fantasy world.
Yeah.
And then you attach this, and
Right.
you pull the person.
That's
Right.
Oh boy. And then this is, well,
This
clearly
is a mask.
Mask.
the mask, the
That was
blindfold.
blindfold.
And these are the
These
cuffs.
are the cuffs.
So they are nothing to be
Oh.
scared of. They won't hurt you.
And
Ropes to
Ropes.
tie all over. Those are clamps as well.
these you said have been going like hot bread.
Yes.
Definitely.
You naughty. But I'm sure it's good for your business.
Well,
Yes,
some
yes
fun.
it is.
Is there anything that you will not sell?
Do you know what? Not really. If they ask for it, because it's not personal. It's
Right.
not about what I like, because there are things that I like or I don't like. So it's nothing personal. It's about,
Service.
exactly, it's a business for us.
Christians buy these too?
Oh,
Most
definitely. I would say they are number one customers.
I'm excited you're at that point.
Why?
Because when we went into the business, we went in there to change the perception that it's just about lewdness.
Erotic lifestyle, just a
lifestyle.
certain type of people.
And it's quite not so, because the persons we have the perception of that would gravitate toward the business, those are the persons who will readily tell you, no, I don't need that, that doesn't compliment me, and I'm adequate enough, I don't need this. But surprisingly, those who proclaim to be Christians, and why not, it's a gift.
You know what I realize? When persons are educated, that's why we don't. When we are talking to persons about the business, we start off with the health benefits. We start off with those things because we don't just shove it in person's face. Most of the times, I'll tell you, I'll be going about my business and persons will see my name tag and they're like, forbidden fruit, what is that? And I will tell them it's adult toys or novelties. And they're like, you know? So at that point, it's an indication of whether the person knows about it, whether they're interested, whether they, want to know more about it. Because some persons just have the perception that it's bad, it's not good, because that's what we were taught when we were growing up. So when we from that reaction, the person will ask another question. What exactly do you sell? What is it about? So I will start off by telling the benefits of it. And I will start off by telling the same thing. Just like how children need toys, adults need toys as well. Just like how we use a calculator to help us quickly to add 10 plus 20, other than using stones or whatever to get there, right? So this is why we use the toys. So when we explain to persons from that perspective, now they're like, okay, just like how I buy lingerie, because we do carry lingeries as well. That's the same way. If you want to get lingerie, because you want to, get your partner a rose and all that, it's the same way. Starts off with a book. Nobody's saying to get all erotic and get a whip and all of those things if you don't want to go there. So we have subtle, moderation. It's up to what it's your taste. Challenges that persons will face now is because like the institution, they are not going to ready to give a loan. So persons who are coming into the business, they would have to have their money, to start this type of business. So we'd like for it to be, not stigmatized when it comes to like the banks or, hospitals or wherever. We would like for them to take the business at that professional level. So Forbidden Fruit is going to be a household name. We are striving for international recognition.
So did you find that banks would have been not wanting to give loans because of that type of business?
Well, our business are started with personal funds. We have approached 2 other entities. They are very fascinated. They were excited.
That's at most. That's at best it gets. Right. It's not just the regular. It's not about sex. It's lifestyle. It's enhancing relationships, and that is what makes it sustainable. It develops its reputation from the approach we have toward it.
And we realize that, if persons are happy, because this can be one of the main points of getting happy. If persons are happy, they are going to be happy people. They're going to be more successful in business, in school, with their family life. So this is the starting point.
You have no problem selling the business, clearly. Well, thank you guys so much for being here, and
It
I
was our
wish you
pleasure.
all
Our
the
pleasure.
best. And next time you see or next time you hear about adult toy, you might want to think twice. It's not all sleazy and raunchy, and
Not
you
at
know,
all.
try to change your perception somewhat. Let's just be open.
Show.